Hi there, Sandy here. Welcome to another jewelry making video on my YouTube channel and my blog. Today we're going to be making a bracelet using a rather unusual and unique closure. I think you'll enjoy applying it to lots of different projects. So for today's project, I'm going to be using these clay beads. They're just beads I found at A.C. Moore in the Nicole's Bead Shop line. And they're kind of cool because they have this iridescent paint or something in the crevices. And I really like that because this makes it so that they will actually go with just about any colors that you want for accent beads. I chose to use these little 6mm olive jade beads today, but you could go with something with quite a lot of contrast like these red ones, and those are really pretty. Or even blue crystals look very nice, kind of brings out the sparkle. Or if you wanted a more subdued look, something more pale like this serpentine would work. But I'm using 6 of these 23mm clay oval beads, and so I have 7 of my 6mm olive jade beads and 14 of these little 6mm bead caps. The only other things you'll need are a button for your closure. I chose this rather funky looking button from my button jar. You'll need 2 crimps, 2 crimp covers, a bit of bead stringing wire, and some seed beads. And for tools, all you'll need are wire cutters and crimping pliers. So what I'm going to do is just on some bead stringing wire, string an alternating pattern with my beads and my bead caps. And I've actually already done that right over here. Just my olive jade with a bead cap on either side alternating with the clay beads. That's all there is to it. Now the next step is to make our closures. Very simple. I'm going to start with a crimp on one of the pieces of wire and some seed beads. And what I want to do is make enough seed beads so that when I loop it around back through the crimp, I will have a loop that will just fit over my button. So now I've threaded on all of my seed beads, put my wire back through the crimp, and then of course you just want to test and make sure it just goes over your button. And then you can use your crimping pliers to flatten that crimp. As always, test and make sure that that's tight. Trim off the excess wire. And then for a nice finished look, I'm just going to put a crimp cover over that crimp. And I like to use my crimping pliers to pick up and apply my crimp. It holds onto it nicely. Just squeeze the crimp cover over the crimp. And we're nearly done. The next thing to do is to slide on your second crimp on the other end, slide on the shank of your button, and then slide the loop back through the crimp. Pull that up. Don't pull it too tight. Leave a little bit of slack. Flatten that crimp and cover it with a crimp cover, and you're all done. So here's another look at the bracelet we made today. I hope you like this project and that you'll give it a try. Making your own button and seed bead loop closure is a nice way to add a different kind of closure and also something unique. And if you're out of toggles and lobster clasps, it's a great alternative. If you like this video, please be sure to click the like button and also share it with your friends who you think might enjoy it. You can check out the other 2 videos up on the screen. And you can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and on my blog. Thanks for watching. Happy creating. Bye-bye.